Yeah, so my name is Benoît Bérenger. I'm going to present you my work on bringing Bitcoin into the French education system. So first, I'm a Bitcoin educator and developer in France. I founded the meetup of Bitcoin Normandy. I've organized more than 100 events in Bitcoin-only events in France. And since 2018, and I was the former pedagogical director of the CESI engineering school. And so I have a lot of experience in teaching Bitcoin and also in the works of the traditional education system of France. I'm also the author of a book which is called Changement de paradigme in French, so it is paradigm shift. And so I will speak about why it's important to bring Bitcoin into the traditional education system and how I've done it in French and why it is important for the European Union. Okay, so it's always good to start with a quote. So this is one of my preferred quotes. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. We know that Bitcoin is useful to change the world, but it is nothing without education. So what's the context of this project? So in France and in all the European Union, Bitcoin education is still informational. So there is no formal recognition for skills. There is no degrees, or not many, especially in the field of Bitcoin development. And also there is some Bitcoin training programs in France and in other countries, but most of these programs are on the crypto, blockchain, and Web3 buzzwords. So it was not interesting for me. As you know, I am a Bitcoin maximalist. So the goal of this project was to create a state-recognized Bitcoin diploma in France. So in France, we have the state is controlling all the education, but we have the possibility to propose some new projects. And there is also the European qualification framework. So in the European Union, you have a framework which allows to connect levels of competency in each country. So if you start your education in Czech Republic, for example, okay, you can continue in other countries, like in France, and then to continue your master's degree in Spain, for example. It is possible with this EQF framework, European Qualification Framework. And so my goal was to bring into the French education system a diploma, an official Bitcoin diploma, okay? Because then it is officially recognized in all the EU states. So the strategy was to work with the system, not against it. And so I used an existing framework in France, which is called the RNCP, and I followed all the rules to put into the educational system Bitcoin. I got just one little constraint, which was to name the title of the diploma Developer Blockchain, which is blockchain developer in English, okay? But it is really important to note, and you will see later, that the content of the diploma is Bitcoin only. Bitcoin and also layers 2 like Lightning, of course. But there is no shitcoins, there is no Web3 and crypto buzzwords. So basically, what is it? It is a Bitcoin Trojan horse into the French education system. And so into the European education system. So yeah, if you don't understand what I am doing, you just have to remember that, okay? So France Compétences is a French agency which manages all the diploma and all the skills and so on. So how it works? So French has a centralized certification system. Diplomas are validated by France Compétences by commission review. And they vote on diplomas propositions. Okay? The process requires many things, like I had to do a lot of paperwork, like job market analysis, skill mapping, and also to detail all the evaluation methods. And so the point which is important that I used a special procedure to bring this diploma more easily, because in the traditional system, you have to wait like many years to get something approved. But with a special derogation, this year, it was possible to do so in like almost 6 months. So it is very quick for the French system. And so why it is possible? Because each year there is a list of emerging jobs published by France Compétences. And this year there were 6 new jobs, including blockchain developer. Okay? So when a job is recognized an emerging job, you can follow a special procedure which is quicker and easier. So that's what I've done. And once approved, the diploma become legally recognized and also fundable. That means that also the French government can fund a part of the education for people who are interested to follow this course. So the approval, so the French diploma, so developer blockchain, was approved at the end of May. So it is valid for 3 years. After 3 years, we have to do again a lot of paperwork, but for 3 years, we can do courses which will be officially recognized, and students will have the bachelor's degree diploma valid in all the EU, and they can continue after on, for example, a master's degree. So that confirms that Bitcoin is now a credible field for professional certification, and you can verify, don't trust, verify. You can verify that this diploma is online on the official website of France Compétences. So in each diploma in French, it is organized in skills block. Okay? So it is very appropriate for this kind of diploma, So the blocks, there are 3 blocks in this diploma. The first block is designed for beginners, so you don't have to be a developer to follow this skills block. Then we have a block specially for developers, and then we have a block more aimed to node operators and miners and system operators. So I will go through the 3 blocks. Not in every detail, but just to show you that inside the diploma, there is Bitcoin, and Bitcoin only. There is no shitcoin at all. Okay, so block one. There is, of course, the study of distributed systems, distributed protocols. We will study the Bitcoin white paper and also this decentralized consensus. All the Bitcoin history and key evolutions, like the block wars, and also all the, maybe not all, but some of the layer 2, of course, Lightning, but we will talk also about sidechains and also eCash. We will study other decentralized protocols complementary to Bitcoin, like Nostr. And there is some more skills in this block, which are broader skills, not directly connected to Bitcoin. So students will have to make some presentation and some project to show their skills and to be evaluated. In the second block, they will have to develop some proof of concept. For example, they can develop a wallet, a mobile wallet. This can be a good project, a good idea. So they will learn Rust. They will learn the smart contract languages in Bitcoin, so Bitcoin script, miniscript, and so on. And also all the development kits, like Lightning development kits, Cashew, or Nostr development kits. They will also understand and do projects on the payment system, how to implement payment system in Lightning or like BTC Pay server. And also there is small modules on IoT apps. Like when you pay in Lightning, this can switch something in the real world. Like you can buy some bottle of water or, So there is a module on IoT aussi, which is really interesting. So this is the second block for developers. And the third block is about nodes. So it is nodes administration. So like for, set up a server, Bitcoin node, Lightning node, payment solutions, CI/CD. And there is also a module on mining hardware and mining infrastructure. So we'll have some hardware for students to practice, to set up a mining pool, and to understand how it works, including all the heat reuse system, and so on. So if you're interested, you can contact me, and you can also go on the France Compétences website to have all the details. This curriculum is public. Not all the details, but in a broader sense, it is available publicly. So what were the challenges I had for this project? First challenges was to align and to respect all the formal standards. France Compétences is really like bureaucratic structure. And so they have a special kind of language which I had to respect. I can't say, okay, we will study Bitcoin history, or we will do some mining, or we had to formulate, to make a formula like they want to. Like you have to start the sentence by a verb, and then to use some special words. It's... Anyway, so hopefully I got some help from people who are used to do this kind of thing. And yeah, also to use some neutral terms like blockchain or layer 2, or to talk about Bitcoin, because if inside it was too Bitcoin oriented, maybe it should be rejected. So I managed to, get the content I wanted and also to respect the standards, so it was approved. And also avoiding altcoins and Web3 was mandatory for me. And it was very important to not have another course about shitcoins. So this is what it looks. So sorry for the French, but it is the official document, one of the official documents I sent to France Compétences. Okay, so it is to cut, the content in like blocks and in special items and in evaluation items, etc. So here we can see that the students will be evaluated on an oral presentation of 20 minutes, followed by 10 minutes of questions. So we need to detail all the evaluation methods and all the skills which will be evaluated and which will allow the students to obtain, to validate the diploma or not. Okay. So, why it matters? Why this is important, of course, for French, but also for all the European Union. So it is the first Bitcoin diploma approved in France. It gives an official skill level of bachelor's degree. And it opens the door for Bitcoin's education in EU. It gives legitimacy to Bitcoin professionals and educators as well. And it sends a strong signal that Bitcoin is not just a fad. It's here to stay. And it's very important to bring Bitcoin into the official education. Because, in all the IT schools in all over the world, we study protocols like TCP/IP or HTTP. It's normal, it's part of every curriculum. But I want to bring Bitcoin like for tomorrow. There will be Bitcoin in every IT school of the world, because it is a protocol to transfer value. It is important as HTTP to transfer data. So, what does this change? It will take some time, to bring this in all the countries, but it is a first step. Bitcoin education enters a formal system. It is fundable, and learners can also access public support. Okay, they can be funded by some help system. Schools can adopt Bitcoin with official recognition, because if it is not officially recognized, schools will not adopt it, because it will not be official, it will not be funded. They will fear, but right now they can just do it, and that's interesting. And also, company can hire talent with validated competence, validated skills, even if a diploma is not a guarantee that every student will be 100% skilled. But it's still better than to have no Bitcoin diploma. So my goal is to scale Bitcoin education without compromise. And that's what I've done with this work. Bitcoin is now allowed to be integrated into the French education system. It can be integrated into other countries like in Europe. And this was done only with one small compromise, which is the title. The title is blockchain developer, but the content is Bitcoin only. I will just finish with my book. I will publish a book in August 18. It is in French, but I will translate it in other languages, including English. Why I wrote this book? Because I wanted to have a short introduction to Bitcoin, but first to the functioning of the financial system, because, for example, in France, many people are not really interested in Bitcoin. Why? Because they don't know how the system works. So they don't see the problems, so they don't get why the solution is good. So that's why I'm working on this book. And so it is for newcomers. It covers monetary history. It covers problems and solutions. And it will be available in August 18 in French. So if you are interested also in maybe helping me translate in your language, if you know some editors, feel free to contact me. So thank you for your listening. Let's connect. You can contact me on several social networks, including Noster. You have my website. And I hope that you will be interested also in bringing Bitcoin into the education. Thanks you.
Secure your BTC Prague 2026 ticket at the lowest possible price now.